We have the Radiance. We have the Dire. Ooh, check out that Pudge. He's a pig. We have an intro. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a game of Dota 2 that is going a little extra fast right now. This game is not short, so I decided to crank up the speed a little bit. We'll take it back to 1x speed for some big fights and stuff. But for the moment, it's going fast. All right. Looks like the Radiant is all set up to fight for the Middle River runes. They're pinging the Radiant Forest rune. Looks like Tinker's going to get there to grab that. Stargate and Pudge. Stargate and I move in, but we're too late. And Tinker gets out. Oh my god, this is awful. Alright, we're going to just... We're just going to have a longer video. We watch it at 1x speed. What you going to do? It's going to be a long one. Alright. Let's introduce the lanes. Maybe we'll like skip ahead to next highlights or something if we detect a lull in the action. Don't have anything to talk about. Mid, we have Disruptor with Napalm and Rod. What could possibly go wrong? This build is bonkers and OP. Macropyre helps, Kinetic Field helps, but like 3 stacks of Napalm and then run at them with Rod, and they're gonna die. Is he gonna build the 100% mandatory Hood of Defiance first? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh no! Pudge just died bottom. What happened? Well, looks like a hook happened. Followed by a shockwave, and just being under tower was enough. I almost got away. Jacques runs me down and makes me the dead, though. I'll just tell you now, it's a struggle bus for me. On the other side of the river, mid, we have Skywrath Mage with Tidebringer and Ghoul Frenzy for some slow and some increased attack speed and some massive cleave. And then he can teleport, and he can also stun you with Ghost Ship. This seems really good. The ability to ghost ship people out of position, or you know, to show up in a random position with teleportation and then hit them with a Ghost Ship, like kind of out of nowhere. It's very strong. I like this build. All right. Bottom, we have a Tinker throwing out shockwaves for days. It's super annoying. He's also got Paralyzing Cask to, you know, stun. Seems good. Laser, sure. Static Storm, sure. This is somewhere between a I want the farm because I'm spamming Shockwave for last hits and I don't do anything late game build. I'm not sure how I feel about this. It has okay crowd control. Like once Laser turns into Shrink Ray, Static Storm goes down. Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh. That is a hook. And a double stun under tower. Despite a very nice torrent from Stargate. I go down again. Oh man, 2 deaths in 2 minutes. Looks like it's a bad game for me. Why would I even want to cast this one? We've got a Jakiro who has Hook and Hoof Stomp. And also Skewer and also Dismember. This is one of those support builds you only see in ability draft where it's just like, why do you have so many amazing crowd control abilities? The fact that he can like hook you to over here and then stun and walk to the other side of you and then skewer you into the tower and then bite you and just keep you there forever, like this build is fantastically good. It's kind of too bad he's on Jakiro. Doesn't have much in the way of base movement speed. Although it looks like he's going for phase boots to help deal with that. That's right, I go for a bounty rune. And this happens. Shockwave. Hook. Stun. Stun. Skewer. God, it's gross. I'm having a bad time. Speaking of me having a bad time, check out this sweet pair of abilities I have on Pudge. I got Flesh Heap, and we got Double Edge. Such strength stacking. Oh man. I can't wait to get going and not be dead, but for the moment, and for a goodly portion of the beginning of this game, I am dead. I've got Dual Breath, which is an afterthought, and I'm not even going to level it. And I've got RP, which is good with a blink. Oh man, this sneaky ward. They got me with this ward. It was a bit of a ward war this game for me. I am playing support. I really want my buddy Stargate to get his farm. We'll come back to Stargate. We'll come back to Stargate. Oh, uh-oh. That's a dead Magnus. Stop. Magnus, what did you do, friend? What did you do? Looks like he's just kind of low from Harass from Nature's Prophet. Enjoying that nice heal from this Witch Doctor, who runs out of mana. Maybe he didn't know Witch Doctor was out of mana and miscalculates. There's the slow. Batrider comes in from the other side. Beautiful body block, and that is gonna kill the Magnus. Alright, so in this top lane, we'll start with Witch Doctor since I already selected him. He has Voodoo Resto and Infest. Need I say anything else? Like, Maledict and Heat-Seeking Missile is really cute, but it's pretty much just gonna flip on Voodoo Resto and then park himself in another hero. Which is so strong and disgusting. We will see that in action a little later, I'm sure. A good choice might be Magnus. He's got Firefly with DPS and move speed. We have Retaliate for damage if you touch him. We've got Rage for move speed and spell immunity. And Mystic Flare, because reasons. Gotta love it when strength heroes that literally don't have the mana to cast Mystic Flare take Mystic Flare. I guess he can itemize into being able to cast Mystic Flare. Ooh, looks like he's getting beat up again. Voodoo Restoration will do the trick this time, and he gets out. But like, if he's going into the mana to cast Mystic Flare, he's not going super tanky. Like, I just want to see like Radiance and 5 hearts on this guy. That's a joke. That's never a build, but you know what I mean. We've got Batrider with Death Ward and things that do some damage over time. And Glimpse. Okay, I like that he can hit Thunder Strike and then throw down a Death Ward. That's actually really nice because places players might get to avoid Death Ward. Can you avoid Death Ward by getting out of vision? I think you can. But anyway, Thunder Strike will keep them in vision. The Glimpse is cute to bring them back to the Death Ward. The double dot is nice for when you're channeling. The only problem I have with this build is it lacks hard CC. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Looks like Disruptor threw down his ult for reasons. Reasons I'm not sure about. Boat just comes in and hits home. I noticed there are 0 stacks of napalm on the Skyrath Mage when the macro fire went down. The thing about napalm is you have to use it. Anyway, not to bash Skyrath Mage, he did quite well this game. We have a Batrider, who I already talked about. We have a Nature's Prophet. He's got Feast, an excellent life-stealing right-click ability on Nature's Prophet. He has a nuke slow and a lock you in place, a Rudy Root. Creates a Path of Ice that stuns and damages enemies that touch it. Oh, wow. I didn't even know this did damage. 50 damage. Okay, no wonder I thought this didn't do damage. Well, anyway, 2 CC options, 1 right-click option. Wrath of Nature, which is more CC and more right-click. Once you get the Ags, and he's on Nature's Prophet. This build is excellent. I like that he's their P1. Good decisions all around here. And last, But certainly not least, he's not the thumbnail, but he will certainly be the short. We have Stargate. Jock hooks our range creep after we pull. And these guys just stun the bejeebers out of me. And I think I'm going to get out, but there it is, the Skywrath Mage. Just where I wasn't expecting him. And I am the dead again. This is not going so hot. 0-4. I didn't even show you one of my deaths. But a death every other minute at 8 minutes into the game. I'm feeling heavy, and it's not just because I'm Pudge. Like, yikes. Such very yikes. I decided to just grab the bounty rune and waddle back to lane, but like 8 minutes in, I'm level 3. Like, look at these levels. 5, 7, 3, 5, 5, 5, 6, 4, 4, 8. Like, guess I'm making up for these two both being 4 top. But like, yikes. Such very yikes. Oh man, how is this happening? I wonder if I catch that. I had to double ward bottom just to like make sure I could get that side of the jungle camp. I blocked their small camp, but I don't know if they even ever pulled it. Jock goes for the bounty rune and gets it. And finally get back to lane. Skywrath Mage killing spree. Disruptor has already thrown down the Macropyre. When did Macropyre come down? What's happening here? Trying to land the napalms. That's a nice Tidebringer. Yeah. Turns out Tidebringer makes you hit very hard. 2 stacks of napalm. So Disruptor has kinetic fields. But he's trying to kinetic field and run away, and he needs to be just flipping on rot and running in. Also, all of this is not Head of Defiance. Okay, guys. Let me tell you about a thing. If you want mana, and you have rot, the thing you do to get mana is you click on this item right here. It creates a spell shield that absorbs up to 400 magic damage, converting damage taken into mana. Lasts 12 seconds. So this thing fills up 400 mana every minute if you can take 400 magic damage. And all you have to do is flip on rot, and you will 100% take all the magic damage you need to take to pretty much completely fill up your mana pool, unless you're some smart intel hero that has it. It's one of those things. It's just like, if you have ability A, you take ability B. That's all there is to it. Looks like Bat goes down to a 4-man rotation to top. Nature's Prophet does ask for help here, and the team is kind of like, sorry buddy, we're all having struggle buses in our assorted lanes. We can't really help ya. Ooh, he dodges the boat. He dodges into the forest. The team finally decides to show up. We've got 3 teleporting in. Teleporting in to get stunned a whole bunch. Gotta say, I'm glad I was in some fights. It at least got me a little bit of experience. Now I'm still less than half the level of the Skywrath Mage. Oh, Nature's Prophet's courier goes down. Did he get his stuff? Did that happen? Let's see if that happened. He got his stuff right before his courier went down. That's nice at least. Tinker is gonna pay for the fight with his life. As did Witch Doctor. It's now 3-8. We've finally gotten some kills on our side. It's not great, but it's better than it was. So, I'm 0-4, Disruptor's 0-2, Batrider's 1-2, Shakiro and Skywrath Mage are getting all the kills. Stargate and Bat at least each have a kill. But it's feeling a little what's the word I'm looking for? Bad. It's feeling a little bad. We've got a Death Ward from the Bat, which will bring down Magnus. Very nice. But then from behind him, it's Skywrath Mage. Luckily for him, the boat goes wide, and Bat will get away. It's very interesting. I appreciate the Silver Edge, but like, why is Skywrath Mage building 3 Null Talismans on a non-mana user? Like, what? These just aren't the starting item for you if you're not interested in casting spells. Weird. Very weird. I go for the Bounty Rune, and I find everyone. I don't want to talk about it. Meanwhile, Disruptor takes down mid. That's nice. Prophet farms the jungle. And Magnus takes out a T1. My god, what's happening to this Magnus? It looks like he's just gaining health. He is affected by Voodoo Restoration. He doesn't have Voodoo Restoration. What gives Magnus? Where's a Witch Doctor at? Oh, right. Witch Doctor is just parked inside of Magnus. Now, bear in mind, he's got Voodoo Resto on, and his mana's not moving. So he can just stay parked in Magnus forever. And Magnus is benefiting from all of his auras. Like, this is a strange and abusive thing that's going on here. And it is quite good. Meanwhile, bottom, things are happening. Things and stuff and whatever are happening. That's right. I'm getting hooked. Killed by Shakiro again. Tinker's going down to a Death Ward, which Bat has to cancel to try to get on Skywrath Mage. Right after I die, my team shows up to help me. It's okay, there were other things going on. This fight was a little too big for me to be paying attention to everything I maybe should have been paying attention to. The whole team goes on Magnus. Magnus just doesn't want to go down. He finally will, leaving Witch Doctor alone. But only for a moment. The Tinker TP's in, unloads everything he's got on Disruptor, who just walks out of it. Fascinating. Figured that we kill our Disruptor, but I guess not. And Skywrath Mage is on the wrong side of this fight again. The Torrent keeps him from killing Disruptor. Death Ward gets some damage down on Tinker. But it's not enough. We almost turned for the kill, but Skywrath Mage is behind us. Yikes, 12-7. Personal score of 0-7 at 15 minutes. Alright, I am happy to say that's about as bad as it's going to get for me. I think, knock on wood. But Disruptor will go down again, and again, and again. Spoilers. Alright, did I ever get to telling you about Stargate's build? Because, like, look at this nonsense. Just look at it. He has Empower, which is great for farming, getting the gold together he needs for Ags, and once he has Ags, he's going to have Torrent Storm and Rearm. There's also Ancient Seal, there's also Keen Conveyance, which, I don't know who decided Techies gets free Boots of Travel, but like, okay, seems good. Seems quite strong, in fact. Disruptor gets blown up first, Magnus comes in from behind and kills the bats. Shakiro takes some damage, but with the tower down, he's fine. That is a good fight in a tower for our enemies. Tinker does mean things to Nature's Prophet, who turns and runs. I think maybe he could have fought, but whatever, who am I to judge? Alright, because this is a long game, we're going to hit next highlight and see where we end up. Looks like Magnus is running at bottom. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'll fight him, sure. And I hit him with one double edge and stand around for a second. And I find myself with no life. Luckily I dodge the boat and get out, but Batrider will go down to the Magnus. Did I say get out? I seem to have stopped for some reason. Now I'll get the rest of the way out, and that will be another T2 for them at just 18 minutes. All right, let's do this game stats thing. I like looking at net worth while we play. Looks like Skywrath Mage is loaded. No surprise there. Still rocking the 3 Null Talismans. Hand of Midas as well as Tidebringer. This build is all wrong. What's happening? Where's the crit? Like, the only thing you need with Tidebringer is allthecrit.com. Yeah, none of it. Magnus goes on Disruptor. Skywrath Mage teleports into the fight. And double damage is pretty much better than crit. Magnus is just healing like crazy. Can pretty much just hang out under a T2 for a minute there. Wild. What a strong combo. Alright, second on the net worth is Nature's Prophet, who is investing in also a Hand of Midas and an Orchid. I like Orchid a lot. We're lacking in crowd control, and a Silence is a pretty good option for crowd control. I would say we desperately need some like actual stuns, bashes and what have you. It's a good option. The wand will save Nature's Prophet, and both he and Skywrath go down despite them kind of having the drop on us. We did have wards here for this fight, but it looks like Kunkka had just finished his Ags. Did he do the thing? No. He has his Ags and Torrent Storm available for the fight, but he didn't use it yet. Maybe just one of those. I have my ability, but I don't even like realize I have my ability kind of situations. I'm taking this Empower on Kunkka with his watery sword. It looks pretty great. Next on the list is Jakiro and Magnus. Magnus just stepped ahead. He's just going for tanky items. Sure, seems fine. Jakiro, with all the spells, has Phase Boots and a Drum. That is not what I expected there. Everybody does all the things to Magnus, and Magnus just laughs at us and walks away. I mean, he's already a tanky boy and would be hard to catch with Firefly pathing and being a tank. But then he's also got permanent restoration. I feel a little bad for Witch Doctor this game. For like, just straight up not getting to play. Alright, we're gonna bump it up again. Looks like a fight top for the tier 2. Oh man, that Mystic Flare hits pretty much nothing. Nature's Prophet ends up in front, stunned by the boat. Magnus runs through Disruptor, and Skywrath Mage finishes the kill. Switcheroo has been used. Bat really wants to set up the Death Lord, but the moment it just isn't there. And with Magnus just running at us, we both back up. There's the first couple of Torrent Storms. Death Lord's not going to do it. Another Torrent Storm. Hits lots of targets, but it's just not the AoE and damage it needs to be quite yet. He does, in fact, have improved AoE on Torrent eventually. Plus increased knockup and stun duration. Like, he has the talents coming for this build. Currently, some mana and an Ags. Seems like a good build. Poop Smack on the Caster Tinker. Looks like he's working toward an Ags. Seems fine. Disruptor. With the Rot build and the Aether Lens. Yikes. This is so bad. This just wants a hood and then like an SY so we can get on top of it. And hit them with the Rod and not be dead. I do not agree with this itemization. I do not agree, Sam I am. Alright, next on the net worth is Witch Doctor. He is still parked inside of Magnus. Still just won't die. Gets hit by the Torrent Storm. Here comes another one. Mystic Flare is split between a couple of heroes. Not too much damage there. And despite an actually good RP, slow, on the run when Skywrath Mage shows up behind us. And Nature's Prophet says, I am the best statted hero in the game and I have Feast. How dare you come near me? Watch as I right click on you and you die. And then he right clicked on him and he died. Magnus, on the other hand, is gonna casually burn down our creep wave and continue working on our tower. Waterworks. I mean, that's all well and good, but it didn't actually do anything to the Magnus. So, is that actually all well and good? I don't know. Bat Rider gets caught by Tinker. Tinker gets caught by Disruptor. Double ults on the Tinker will do the trick. The eyelash in my eye is the worst. Late cast, Curse from Revenge. Doesn't get any kills though. Shakiro gets glimpsed and ulted and goes down to a 4-stack. Alright, that might have been a little overkill with the ult. Pudge picks up a Reaver first. I probably should have gone Blink first in retrospect, but I was so sick of being dead. I'm happy to say that despite being 0-7 at like 10 minutes, I'm now 1-7 quite a while later, so despite being very far behind this game, which is fine because I'm a support, I'm not dying anymore, which is good, and the Reaver helps with that a lot. I do really just want to get rolling on strength stacking, because with Flesh Heap and my eventual bonus to Flesh Heap stacks talent, like I know I'm going to get thick eventually. It might just take a minute. Speaking of taking a minute, let's see when the next clash is. Looks like it's a big push bottom. We'll back it up just a little bit. So they are going to kill our creep wave and come in behind Magnus. Looks like Tinker is the one with Shakiro infested in him. I don't know, maybe he is a Magnus. I don't see the little zigzag above his head. Unclear who he's in. Anyways, they're pushing up into our base. Magnus and Jock going on to Nature's Prophet, who is doing his best to peel off and not die. There's the Cliffner. Stuff Magnus under tower for a minute. Hero will... Where? Did he just get deleted? What happened to Shakiro? have? I don't know, maybe self-cleanse. Not sure. Looked like that Rider disappeared in the middle of that fight. Get some better timing with the Death Ward. Waterworks. This time are good enough for a double kill. Skywrath Mage gets out with pretty much no health. Before eventually teleporting out. You may have seen some torrents go off. Turns out rearming Torrent Storm is pretty good. If you want to know what happened in this crazy, crazy draft for Rearm and Torrent to end up on Kunkka, or for that matter, for Voodoo Restoration and Infest to end up on the same body in Witch Doctor, find me on Patreon. The link in the description should work now. It's been wrong for the last entire year. Anyway, they're all fixed. You can click on it. You can support me for as low as $1 a month. And if you do, you get extended content, including the draft and a post-game analysis. And in the draft, some silly things happen this game. Looks like Nature's Prophet is doing quite well at carrying the farm. He's got a Glipner. Oh, I still hate everything about Disruptor's build. What is this? He's got the Ag, so Rot just kills him even faster. Yikes. So much yikes. Disruptor is currently 310. My 7 deaths have stagnated at 7 deaths. Looks like Jakiro can get out of here. Maybe that was with Skewer. Meanwhile, Magnus, with the help of Witch Doctor, is gonna kill the bat. Nice Voodoo switcheroo. Too bad it doesn't do damage to Magnus, who is healing as much damage as you can met out with the Death Ward. Blade Mail goes down. Torrent Storms do go off. The whole team just about goes on Magnus, but we decide to back off. Meanwhile, Tinker blows up the mid-wave. Magnus circles, looking to pressure more. I like how it's Prophet, their whole team, including their supports, and then our whole team. A little bit unclear who the supports are on their team. I am actually fully, legitimately playing a support for once. Okay, even have wards. Finally got my blink. At this point, we've gotten quite far behind. I mean, we're down 8k. But also, we've got the teamfight potential. Like, Stargate is up and running with Torrent Storm Rearm. And in case you're wondering, yes, they stack. As if Torrent Storm isn't just insane already. Multiple Torrent Storms do, in fact, all just machine gun together. Like Magnus has been caught bottom. There goes the Rearm and the Torrent Storm. The Self-Tornado has not been blown up. Ice Path protects the Kunkka. Another Torrent Storm. Man, nothing like Torrent Storm and all this fire. How is that even still burning? Glimpse will push Magnus out of our base for a minute. We seem a little scared. Alright, here comes the team. Here goes our bottom racks. It's gonna go down. Hook pulls a creep. Magnus pops the blade mail. Torrent Storms start. I finally get a good RPM. Right near a Death Ward. And oh man, with that, everybody dies. Our Disruptor went down in that fight, but so did their whole team. Good team fight, everybody. Surely we will use this time to push. Well, no, I'm going to use this time to deward and reward. Because, you know, reasons. Watch as I attack my own ward. If anybody knows how to not attack your own ward after you place a sentry up on a hill, because like I drop wards and then accidentally click on my own ward all the freaking time. Maybe you just need to right click instead of hitting attack. I don't know. Whatever the technique for that is, please let me know, because I can't do it and it is very frustrating sometimes. Alright, we're gonna do that next highlight thing again, because it looks like while I did get some time into ward there, it's this big push coming in top that we need to worry about. There's another blink RP into a double edge. That ward right on top of it. That's a triple kill. And here come the Torrent Storms. Skyrath Mage shows up a little bit late to the party. Too late for her team. They're all already dead. And that, not a bad fight. Nature's Prophet and Bat retake our forest. That's good. Nature's Prophet is not going to get to... Oh, just kidding. Tinker had the opportunity to screw up our jungle and passed on it. Very interesting. Alright, we're going to jump ahead again. Where's the next big fight? They are pushing into mid behind Magnus, who Mystic Flares the ground. Epic. There's a Torrent Storm. Kunka goes down early after just 2 though. Death Ward is good against Shakiro. RP catches Skyrath Mage, but yeah, you know, just goes invis and gets out. I know I can't chase, so I just don't try. Sorry, team. Wasn't happening. So, looks like these two have run away with the game. I'm actually really surprised Skyrath Mage isn't just straight up carrying net worth, because she's figured out that she's supposed to have crit. It has Tidebringer, and should just be like one-shotting every wave and pushing out waves and cleaning out jungle camps in between. Maybe she's struggling to find space. We do have some good words out, but I also feel like we're pretty base locked. We are already down a set of racks, and they still have T1s. Ones! Jesus. Alright, we're going to keep moving it right along. Party starting bottom. Disruptor throws down the combo and immediately gets ults. Can't really get out, but neither can Jakiro. That's 1 for 1 so far. Magnus beats Torrent Storm. Witch Doctor beats Torrent Storm. That is a killing spree for Stargate. Nicely done. Did he go Maelstrom? Interesting. This must just be for a Glipner. Seems like the pick. Alright, I'm going to take a quick little pause. BRB. Alright, we're back. Sorry, had a delivery to make to a friend who I picked up a thing for, which was at my house. She came, she went, she's got her stuff. We're good. And it looks like we just like crushed a team fight. I'm going to go back just a minute. I don't know where we're at. Oh yeah, this giant hot mess of a fight. Jeez. It is hard to fight in multiple Torrent Storms. I just want to watch this fight. We're going to follow Stargate around. It's not a fight yet. It's about to be a fight. Magnus with his Blade Mail, physical reduction, magic reduction, Sange, and Reaver gets in on the fight, and our Disruptor is our main tank and goes in first. Dies promptly. Trades for the Jack. Here come the Torrent Storms. That's one, and a rearm. Only took one. Fascinating. And I'm sure with that, we're gonna push, right? Pushing is the thing to do now. Kunk is pushing. I really like the Glipner on this build. Like the rearm lets him throw off more Glipner catches, and like our team needs lockdown so bad. It's pretty much my ult right now. God, 40 minutes and I'm still on brown boots. I probably should have gotten some kind of support boots until I could finish my core item, which was a super expensive strength link, and I'm a support, so I don't even have gold. Like, I'm dead last in net worth. Probably should have spent the tiny bit of gold on some starting item. I don't know how to walk around a pillar. The struggle is real. But I'm just doing what I do worst and trying to get some vision out there. Meanwhile, Skywrath Mage aggressively goes to the wrong side of the fight. What just happened there? Why is Skywrath Mage at completely full health? Gets beat up, gets real low. Oh, turns around and hits... turns around, hits Satanic and one Tidebringer and gets a full heal. Luckily for us, there is a Death Ward from the bat that will bring down Tide. Tinker can't finish off Nature's Prophet. Double Torrent Storm breaks up the fight long enough for Kunkka to TP out. We all just disengage. All but bat. Alright, so we are now up 1 kill and 1k gold. I don't know how we're up 1,000 gold when they still have all of their racks and 2 of their T2s. What? What happened here? I'm so confused. Maybe when this got dropped, they were distracted by battle and didn't have time to kill this, and now since it's on high ground, they actually can't see it, even though this is right here. I still don't understand the logic of putting your sentry wards on the low ground near the tower. I just don't get it. I'm always like trying to hide my observer wards and putting my sentry wards on like obvious central high ground places. And then putting my observer wards like just out of range of them. Alright, we've got a double damage Nature's Prophet who's about to catch this Tinker. A sweet Silver Edge Octarine combo. This Tinker can't do much when he's silenced. The disarm helps. Looks like that was an F-Blade. That's not enough. He catches Skywrath Mage next. Oh man, the double damage is real. I'm sure he's about to do it again as soon as that's off cooldown. Yeah, it's 2 wards for one I had already placed. Fantastical. Oh no, I must have just placed another one. It doesn't matter though. We are setting up for the push bottom. Looks like their T2 is gonna go down. Glad to see the net worths are starting to mingle a little bit. Disruptor is remarkably doing okay on farm despite having one heck of a bad game. Fight starts bad, but a nice link ult followed by all of the torrents in the world. Stargate is dominating, and I am now dominating. I've gone from 0-7 to 4-7 over the course of about 25 minutes. Gotta say, that feels real nice. This game was rough to start. Rough like sandpaper. Rough like sandpaper when you thought you were reaching for toilet paper. And yeah, it's nice. It's really nice. I maybe stick around too long here. Maybe, just maybe. Interesting commingling of words here. Fascinating. Maybe that's why you put the observer on the high ground, is because then you can see it with your hidden sentry and your observer on high ground if your opponents only put the observer on high ground. But like, any support is going to put a sentry somewhere near their observer. Except for whoever did this, which is a little bit confusing. I'm sure they're gonna like kill that observer. Like, Magnus can 100% see this. He's just leaving it. Anyway, alright, let's get to another fight. Things are heating up bottom where Disruptor is standing there scratching his butt when the whole enemy team shows up. Meanwhile, top, they're doing mean things to Roshan. Alright, I finally got real boots. Nature's Prophet has all the items in Dota. Skywrath Mage. Triple crit, Satanic. Attack range? I don't know if I agree with Hurricane Pike here, but I do like the triple crit Satanic. It's quite good. Definitely the right build choice there. I'd honestly really like to see this with just like Travs, and I'm not sure what the pick is, but I know it's not Hurricane Pike. Maybe like a Manta or Scatty, or I don't know, something else to round this out. I guess Hurricane Pike's okay, but I just don't love it. 49 minutes, and Kunkka wants to show off. And what a show it is. Oh man. Why? Why not? It's not like there's a fight brewing mid. Bat with the Ags Octarine core. Pretty much perfect build for a Death Ward build. Disruptor with okay, he's finally got the Eternal Shroud. He has a Reaver, he's got a Bloodstone. Okay, this is turning into a better build. I still don't know why he needs Aether Lens. I guess thinks he's gonna napalm from far away. But like, he has Rod. This is not the plan. Those desperately need to be real boots. Meanwhile, Hero and Disruptor get caught out of position. Sorry, Batrider and Disruptor. Or maybe it's not out of position with Nature's Prophet there. Skywrath Mage is the one behind, making this hard for us. The Rearms, the Torrents. They are enough for the Skywrath Mage. Magnus is going to get out though. He's a slippy tanky boy. Now we are up quite a bit on gold. Looks like Nature's Prophet is loaded. Hey, look at that. I am finally not dead last in net worth. Witch Doctor with his Radiance is dead last. Does Radiance even work? Yeah, it does. Alright. So auras work out of Infest. So we pretty much just have a Magnus with all of Witch Doctor's aura, including Voodoo Resto, which is upped by Holy Locket, and then also Radiance. Buckler and Ring will surely be turned into Vlad's at some point. But Magnus is down to fight RT3 while we fight theirs. The hook stun will disable Nature's Prophet. Pops a BKB and explodes Shakira. Not bad. The water park is live, covering Prophet. While he gets a tower and a Rax. He's gonna turn Invis. Looks like he'll TP out from the tree line. Very nicely done. Alright, let's look over builds again. So, we've already said Prophet has every item in Dota, plus an Aegis. Seems amazing. Skyrath Mage with all the crit. Who's next? Kunkka's got just big mana items to go with his Glipner Ags. Makes sense. You want to be able to cast everything you've got 5 or 6 times before you have to TP again, so seems quite good. Next is the Magnus, who is the tankiest of tank boys. He went with a Kaya to go with his Sange for that mana. There's not much mana regen for it to buff. I don't know if I like this pick. But, you know, all the tanky stuff on the build where he's got Dazzle riding around in him. Dazzle, Witch Doctor riding around in him. It makes sense, whether I love it or not. We've got Disruptor next, who has had a rough game. Currently 7-15. Has a heart, has an axe, has a bloodstone and an eternal shroud. I like it. I would give up the Aether Lens to get a Radiance. That's right, I would get a Radiance. I say, surprising no one. Tinker gets caught on low grounds and destroyificated by the Nature's Prophet, who apparently doesn't want to go high grounds. Bat takes a bunch of damage. Seems like he needs to get out. And Magnus uses his ult to clean up the creep wave. Kunkka gets caught a little too close. But turns out Rearm Torrent Storm is pretty good for the fight. I get myself a blink stun and keep Magnus in the fight with Horn Toss. My god, the water park is deafening. Witch Doctor goes down, and I, now that I have a heart, am kind of unkillable with my 5 stacks of Double Edge, giving me an extra 4,000 health, putting me at 9,000 life. Oh, it wears off, and I'm down to my measly 5.3k life with Flesh Heap. But that is absurd that 5 stacks can get me up to almost 10k. 55 minutes and a 4 for 2 means we get to push their bottom racks. And by we, I mean Prophet, while I stand here looking intimidating. I have heard rumors that Prophet was flaming me this whole time. How rude. Let's see, we've got a Witch Doctor who has all of the aura items now. Looks like he finally got rich somehow. We have Jakiro with an excellent early game build that doesn't do anything late game. Drums to support the team, I guess. Blade Mail, because reasons. Nothing like a Blade Mail on a squishy intel hero. I don't know. I don't really get these build choices. But alas, they are stuck fighting us not all at once. It's not going so well for them. I get my SY. Blink is up. My ult is up. My team has moved up the net worth chart. There's the big ults. And the Torrent Storm absolutely saves me. That's a lot of torrents. And they just keep coming. Oh man, that ult doesn't do much, but the Skywrath Mage on me, the triple crit Satanic, will eventually do the damage that needs to get done, especially with the consumed Moon Shard and every aura in the game hurt me. Magnus seems to think he needs to end right now or something. He could be right. That might be important. But that cost them their whole entire base. Question is, can we stop Magnus? I am dead approximately forever. Here come the Torrent Storms. Also, Magnus happens to be a pig. Rage will keep him out of any of that nonsense for a minute. Ult on the creep wave doesn't kill the creep wave. Very interesting decision by Magnus. Kunkka finally runs out of mana. He's gonna have to go heal up in the fountain. He goes with the Guardian Greaves as his next big item. I really like these two. Like, those are the two biggest mana regen items. And I believe two of the larger available intel pools. Second to, like, Revenant's Brooch. Who just died? Prophet died! Oh no! What happened, Nature's Prophet? You've been doing so well. You teleport somewhere. Into the loving arms of 3 enemies. Front BKB and Invis will not do it. Everybody just jumps right on that, and down he goes. Wow. That's a lot of stuff on the Magnus. Too bad he's super glitched out and just doesn't have a body. Alright, team. It's time for a big successful fight. I want to wait for mid, but I want to wait for top, but mid is happening. Stargate calls it, goes in with the Torrent Storm. I accept and will blink and start dropping double edges. A few Torrent stuns and the Magnus will go down. Witch Doctor only takes a second afterward. Meanwhile, top, it looks like Bat did enough to hold the line. Skywrath Mage will TP out. And that is a stopped push. 2 down. Disruptor smells blood in the water and goes after Tinker. The ult is a not remotely close miss. Seer Stone. Seer Stone. You know what that means. It is time for me to find a Giant's Ring. Will I find a Giant's Ring? No. I will find a Pirate's Hat. That's okay. Looks like Tinker never made it back to base and gets caught all alone between a Disruptor and a Batrider and goes down to the Death Ward. Witch Doctor with the buyback. Nature's Prophet pushing in with the tower. Skywrath Mage is there to contest the push. Seems good. Alright, I'm sure we're gonna Roche again. Then it will be time to push out the baby. Fat Rider takes the Aegis this time. Concrete goes with the Hood of Defiance also. Interesting. Nature's Prophet, farming jungle, sure. Gets himself a Mirror Shield. What a good item. Sky, Wrath, Chicken, and Tinker hold waves off. They can do that pretty easily. My team can push them in just as easily. We're up almost 30k gold at this point. I dare say things have really turned around. Alright. They have squeezed out bottom to get some farm in. The team is looking for the space and opportunity to commit. Tunka decides he's seen enough of this game. Starts the waterworks. It's a big messy fight. Shakira will go down. Tunka holding on with just a sliver of life. Has another Torrent Storm or two around him. Team can't seem to get to Skywrath Mage, but once we do, 3-on-1 is plenty, especially with Witch Doctor inside him exposed. Their team is in a little trouble. Skywrath Mage with the buyback. Will he be able to use it? Who knows? But that was 10k. Let's just go back 1 second. That is 10k health on Twitch. Oh man. Alright, and that is a dire victory with Torrent Storms popping off everywhere. If you enjoyed this one, be sure to hit that like button. Check out Patreon if you want to see the draft or the post-game analysis. Be sure to find me on Twitch Tuesdays and Thursdays, where I will be streaming. And yeah, good luck, have fun, don't die. I will catch you in the next one. Thank you for watching.